Good morning students. Today we will be starting amalgamation and acquisition. In that we have already done with two steps. First step, calculation of purchase consideration. The second step is discharge of purchase consideration. What is the next step? Next step is step number 3. Step number 3, close the books of vendor. Close the books of vendor. Here vendor is called as transferor and the purchasing company is called as transferee. So in the books of transferor, close the books of vendor. Vendor is also called as transferor. Vendor is also called as transferor company. So when we close the books of transferor company, here we have to follow certain steps. We have to follow certain ledger account and journal entries. First I will explain you ledger account. So in the first we have to prepare realization account. First we have to prepare realization account. So why we say close the books of vendor, because say in case of amalgamation or in absorption, in what happens in amalgamation, two company will close and the formation of new company. The company which is closed is called transferor. The company which is purchasing them is called transferee. The new company is transferee. The company which are getting closed, we have to close their books. Say for example, when we vacate our place, we used to see that all assets are taken out from that places. The same way here we have to see that we have to close the books of vendor, the transferor. So first account which we have to prepare is realization account. So in realization account, which is very important, debit side we write it as particular amount. In realization account, we usually take all the assets and liabilities at the book value. Don't consider adjusted value, only consider or only take the book value. So first, once you open realization account, first on debit side, what you should do is you take all assets at book value. All assets at book value. So you should consider all the assets, whatever asset is there in your balance sheet. If suppose X is acquiring Y, then X has to take all the assets. I mean to say, in realization account of Y, you have to take all the assets. All the assets here means fixed asset and current asset. But don't take miscellaneous expenses. The four headings which comes under that is underwriting commission, profit and loss, preliminary expenses, discount on issue of debenture. These four items you should not transfer. Except this, transfer all the assets. Again I am repeating, on realization account, consider all the assets at book value, but only one part you have to leave, that is miscellaneous expense. Under that you will get preliminary expenses, profit and loss, underwriting commission, discount on issue of share and debenture. So these four items, if it is there in your balance sheet, don't take. Other than that, you take all the item. Whether in the adjustment they say we will consider this asset, we won't consider, don't refer adjustment. Please simply transfer all the assets. Suppose in the adjustment if they give, cash should not be taken. That means purchasing company is not taking cash. Then don't take cash. Except cash, if they say I am not taking cash, don't take cash. But all the assets, whether they say they take, whether they say they don't take, then also you take it in your book. Is this clear for you? Consider all the assets except miscellaneous assets which comes like preliminary expenses, underwriting commission, discount on issue of shares and debenture, and P&L. These four assets should not be taken here. With that, one more small adjustment which you have to remember is, if they say don't take cash, if they say purchasing company is not taking cash, then don't take it. But other assets, say for example they are saying the purchasing company is not taking furniture, then also you take, don't follow their rules, but you have to follow their rules only in terms of cash. If they say we will consider cash, then consider the cash. If they say I am not taking the cash, then don't take the cash. Other than that, all the assets you take here. This is the first one. Next, what you have to do is the second one, outsider liability. Consider outsider liability at book value. Liability at book value. Who are called as outsiders? Who are called as outsiders? Outsiders are like they are not shareholders. They have nothing to do with your profit. The outsiders can be debentures, the outsiders can be your creditors, bills payable, bank overdraft. Those people are called as outsider. Don't take reserves, don't take your share capital and reserves. You should not consider here. Profit and loss, sometimes even profit and loss comes on liability side, don't take it. Only take the outsider liability. After taking outsider liability, there is something called statutory reserve. In the question, if they mention this is a statutory reserve, then take it. If it is not a statutory reserve, then don't take it. Just see the format first, then later with problem you will understand it better. So, first all assets at book value except those 4 assets, and all outsider liability like creditor, bank overdraft, bills payable, bank loan, those things, debenture at the book value. And if you have general reserve, if you have profit and loss, if you have capital, don't consider here. They won't come here. After taking assets and liability, next is very important. Whatever you have done purchase consideration, whatever purchase consideration you have calculated, you should write here. That is the third very important. So, purchase consideration. The next one is purchase consideration. Whatever you have calculated, you should write in the name of purchasing company. Purchase consideration in the name of purchasing company, you should write purchase consideration. First one is all assets at book value, outsider liability at book value, and purchase consideration. After purchase consideration, next is realization expenses. Very important. If in the problem there is a realization expenses, whenever you pay the expenses, what will happen? Cash will go out. It is a nominal account rule. What does nominal account rule say? Debit all expenses and losses, credit all income and gain. So, expense you will pay through cash. So, the fourth one is you have to write here bank account, and you can say expenses. It is expenses. It is expenses. When you pay expenses, here you should write it is to bank account, that is expenses. First you have taken all assets, outsider liability, purchase consideration and expenses. Next, very important, as I told you, some of the asset, the purchasing company will say, I am not taking this asset. Some of the asset they say, I am not taking your furniture. They may say, I am not taking your building. If they say like that, you would have taken that here, and on opposite side, you have to consider that. If they say, I am not taking your furniture, then also you would have took here. But now later you should sell that asset. The asset which is not taken by purchasing company has to be sold. When you sell the asset, what is coming in? Cash is coming in. Cash account has to debit and your realization account has to be credited. The fourth one is, what you have to write here is by bank account. Here is assets not taken over is being sold. Assets not taken over is being sold. Whenever you sell that asset, you will get some amount that you have to write. So, assets you have taken, expense you have taken, outsider liability you have taken, purchase consideration you have taken. And again assets not taken over, suppose it will be here, then you have to sell that asset and get the cash, and that will go to bank account. Later the liability, which is some of the liability they say, for example you have debenture, creditors, bills payable, bank overdraft. The purchasing company says I am not taking your bills payable, I am not paying your bills payable. Then also you would have considered here, but out of here you should write down saying that you have to pay it off. This is 5th and this is 6th to bank. Bracket you have to write liabilities not taken over is being paid. As I told you, if they say I am not paying your bank overdraft, it is here, the bank overdraft is here, but here you should pay it off. When you pay, what is happening? Cash is going out. So you have to write to bank, liabilities not taken over has been paid. So again you will get the amount here, that is the cash account, because our bank account is credited because amount is going out. After this is very important, preference share capital. See, you know, whenever we issue shares, we issue share at par, premium, discount. Par, premium, discount. If you issue share at par, say for example I have taken 10 rupees from people, from shareholders, and I give them 10 rupees, no profit, no loss. Say for example I have taken from them 10 rupees and I am redeeming or I am giving them back 12 rupees, that means at a premium I am redeeming them, then it is a loss for a company, it is a income for a shareholders. Say for example I have taken from them 10 rupees and I am giving them 9 rupees, that is called redeeming at discount. If I give them less amount, I am profited. If I am giving them more amount, I am under loss. So all of you know, debit all expense and loss, credit all income and gain. So if you redeem preference share at premium, then you have to write here because it is a loss for you. The 7th one, redeemable preference share holder. Here I will write premium. Premium is a loss for us, so you will debit it. If you redeem at a discount, then it is a income for you. Here it will come 8th one. Same you have to write redeemable preference share at discount. So if it is a discount, it's a income. If it is a premium, it is a loss. After doing this, your realization account is over. Now what you have to do is check whether you are under a profit or you are under a loss. If your debit side is more and if your credit side is less, then you are under a loss. If your credit side is more and your debit side is less, then under a profit. So suppose your debit side is more and your credit side is less, then the difference is treated as what? Loss. This loss will go to equity shareholder. As we know, he is a real shareholder. Who should bear loss or a profit? Equity shareholder. So this loss is borne by whom? Equity shareholder. Equity shareholder, this is balancing figure. Equity shareholder, this is balancing figure. Same like that, if your credit is more and your debit is less, the difference again is treated as profit, that will go to equity shareholder. So equity shareholder. Equity shareholder, again this is balancing figure. So once again I am telling you, you have to consider all assets at book value except the 4 assets. Which are the 4 assets? Preliminary expenses, underwriting commission, discount on issue of share and debenture, P&L. These 4 items will be still there on your balance sheet. If in adjustment they say we are not taking your cash, then don't take cash. If in the same adjustment if they say I am not taking your furniture, then take it. If in the same adjustment if they say I don't take your building, then take. So those assets at book value. Then outsider liability, whether they say whether they take it or not take it, then also you have to take it here. After that, purchase consideration you have calculated, that amount you have to write. After that, if there is a expenses to bank, you have to take it here. After that, the assets which they have told not taken, not the cash, the other assets like furniture, building, you have to sell that and get the amount. That one, the same like that, liabilities not taken over is here, those liabilities you pay. So when you pay, cash is going out, so bank account you have to take it here. After that, preference shareholders, if you are redeeming at premium, you are under a loss. If you are redeeming at a discount, you are under a profit. Then you check whether you are under profit or loss. If it is a profit, it will go to equity shareholder. If it is a loss, it will go to equity shareholder. This is the first account. After this, which is the next account you have to prepare is, the next account you have to prepare is purchasing company account. Purchasing company account. It's very easy, purchasing company account. Again, particular amount, under purchasing company account, you only show the discharge part. How much purchase amount they are giving, purchase consideration, and how they are giving. For example, purchase consideration is here in the name of purchasing company on credit side. Here what you should write, to realization account. To realization account, and then how they are giving. They can discharge only two ways, share and cash. So you can write by cash. Suppose they are giving in cash, by cash. Suppose they are giving in equity share, you have to write equity share. Suppose they are giving in preference shares, then you have to write preference shares. Then you have to write preference shares. So they can discharge in three ways. Which are the three ways they can discharge? Cash, share, equity share, preference shares. See, suppose once you complete with realization account, next it's very easy because purchasing company, you only show the discharge part, which you already calculated in calculations. Next, after this, don't get confused which account to be prepared. Next you have to prepare what are the accounts here, those accounts you have to prepare. Don't prepare cash account, you prepare equity share and preference share account, then you prepare cash account. So first you prepare equity share account. Equity share capital account. Equity share capital account. When you prepare equity share capital account, go back to balance sheet, whatever you have left, now transfer here. What are the things you have left? On liability side, capital. Suppose you have equity capital, you have to write by balance brought down equity capital. What is there in your balance sheet, we have not taken in realization. After that, what is there in balance sheet? If on liability side you have general reserve, you have profit and loss on liability side, those things also will come here. By general reserve, by P&L, those things comes here. After that, on asset side, you have not taken some of the assets. Which are the assets you have not taken? The 4 assets we have not taken. So which are the 4 assets you have not taken? Those 4 assets can come here. So you can write down by to P&L if it is on asset side. This is on liability side. To preliminary expenses, to discount on issue of share, discount on issue of share, to underwriting commission, to underwriting commission, to underwriting. These are the 4 assets which you have not taken. Okay. Then these are the assets we have not taken in your balance sheet. After once balance sheet is empty, Once balance, from balance sheet everything has taken. Sometimes even cash is not there, but don't take here because separately we are preparing cash account. Other than that everything you have taken here. Next, which account you prepared? You prepared realization. In realization you can see equity shares. Where you can say see equity share, it is, if it is a profit it will be here, or loss it will be here. So these things you transfer here. So by realization account, by realization account if it is a profit, or to realization account, to realization account. These are coming from realization. These things are coming from realization. After realization, which account you prepared? Purchasing company. Again, here you check where you have written a realization account, equity share account, where you have mentioned equity shares and mention here. So here it will come here to purchasing company, to purchasing company. You can't see here, so I will just write here to purchasing. I am just continuing the part. To purchasing company. So again to purchasing company you will write. Okay, now you have taken everything from all the sides. Now you have to see whether your equity shares is tallying. If it is tally, it is okay. If you don't tally, then the difference you just write down to cash or by cash and finish it. To cash or by cash and finish it. Next, very important, next you prepare is, which account you have to prepare? Here equity is done. Which account you have to prepare? Preference share. So next you prepare preference share account. Preference share capital account. When you prepare preference share capital account, when you prepare preference share capital account, again you should start from balance sheet. In balance sheet, if you have preference share capital, then we have not taken anywhere, that will come on by balance brought down. Only one item you get from balance sheet, that is preference share capital. After that, come to realization and check where you have mentioned preference shares. Yes, you have mentioned here, if it is a premium here, if it is a discount here. So you just put opposite side. By realization, if it is a premium. If it is a discount, that is on credit side, here it will come to realization account bracket discount. Then after this, which account you prepared? Purchasing company. There you have preference shares. Yes, you have preference shares here. So those, that also will come here. So that is on credit side. Here it will come on debit side. To purchasing company. Then again you check which side is more, which side is less. If it is tally, it's okay. If it won't tally, then send that to cash account. To cash balancing figure or by cash balancing figure. By cash balancing figure. Last account I am not preparing, that is cash account. When you prepare cash account, where and all you have seen, you can start from balance sheet. In balance sheet on asset side you have a cash. Then what you will do on cash account, debit side, to balance brought down. After that, which account you have to refer? Realization. Where and all you see cash, please transfer that to on opposite side. Then purchasing company you see cash, then transfer it there. Then on equity share if you see cash, then transfer. Ultimately your cash account has to tally. Here only very important is you should knowing how to prepare realization account. preparation of realization account is very, very important. Once you prepare realization account, then the other account follow the realization account. So you may not get confused, nor your account go here and there, because realization account is a main leading point for you. You will understand, you will just go through the problems normally without any stop in between. You can just continue the problem so that ultimately your answer will be tallied. Thank you.